In this video, we'll be taking apart the Samsung Galaxy M47. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Also, if you need any tools, there are links in the description. Starting off, we'll remove the SIM tray. Having a look at the microSD and SIM tray, we can see a red rubber gasket around the opening. Now heat needs to be applied to the back plate using either a hairdryer or a heat gun to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then a pry tool can be used to pry the back plate off. I prefer to use a hairdryer since there's less of a chance of damaging any of the components inside by overheating them. Here's a better look at the plastic backplate. The camera lens covers can be replaced by applying heat and prying them off, so you don't have to take apart the phone to replace those. There are now 15 Phillips screws which need to be removed. Now the plastic cover holding the flex cable down for the fingerprint scanner needs to be removed. The flex cable can now be disconnected. At this point, a plastic pry tool needs to be ran along the edges of the frame to pop off the catches. The back housing is also made of plastic. There are antenna flex cables located here, and this is the NFC antenna. Having a look at the other side, we see additional flex cables around the border, and we see graphite film to help transfer heat. This is the flex cable for the battery, and these two flex cables connect the main board to the subboard. As for the flex cable for the screen, that's located on the bottom corner which is connected to the subboard. So if you needed to replace the screen, you'd have to remove the back plate, the screws in the back housing, at which point you'd be able to disconnect the flex cable for the screen. You'd then heat up the front of the phone where the screen is to loosen up the adhesive underneath, pry the whole screen off, apply new adhesive and reapply the new screen, making sure you run the flex cable back through the opening in the mid-frame, and reassemble the phone. There are 3 additional Phillips screws which need to be removed, one holding down the main board, and the other 2 holding down the subboard and speaker assembly. Having a look at the main board, we see the 5 megapixel ultra-wide camera, the 50 megapixel primary, as well as a 2 megapixel macro lens. The main camera is the only one with OIS or optical image stabilization. The LED flash is located here, and the cables for the cameras can be disconnected by just popping them off. There is also a secondary microphone on the top corner. Having a look at the other side, we can see the 12 megapixel front facing camera, the ambient light sensor, the SIM and micro SD reader, as well as a graphite pad over the back shields to help transfer heat. Once the graphite pad has been peeled off, we see a thermal pad over the processor and these chips. Having a look at the subboard, we see a green rubber gasket around the charger port, and the primary microphone is located here. And this is a look at the other side. Here we have a look at the bottom speaker. To remove the battery, there is a pull pouch provided to help you pry it off. This is the 6000 mAh battery. Once the battery adhesive pouch has been peeled back, we see a 3D layer of graphite, which is multiple layers of graphite, which helps to transfer heat. And this runs underneath the battery as well as the motherboard. The vibrator motor is located on the bottom corner, which is held down with some adhesive, and the same goes for the earpiece speaker, which is located on top. This is the flex cable for the volume keys and power button. If you need to replace that, just gently peel it off the frame. There's also a rubber gasket and mesh filter over the speaker opening, as well as the microphone openings. Now on this phone, if you were to accidentally insert a seam ejector tool in the wrong hole, you don't need to worry since both the filters and the microphones are seated above the holes so they wouldn't get damaged. For the repairability score on this phone, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now it's time to put it back together. Once everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the back cover. Flip over the phone, power it on, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.